So in the past couple months, basically since the election of Big Daddy Trumperino, we've heard the term hate speech a lot, and so I'm kind of concerned. So I was thinking to myself, what the hell is hate speech? So Wikipedia defines hate speech as attacking a person based on attributes such as race, religion, ethnic origin, sexual orientation, disability, or gender. So I'm not that bright, so I'm going to be talking about like how we would define hate speech in the eyes of the law here in the United States. So basically we go back to 1919 where a pretty famous socialist by the name of Schenck was trying to get a bunch of recently drafted guys to burn their draft cards, and essentially the government was like, nah, B. So Schenck got charged with trying to cause insubordination in the military and naval forces, which is kind of a downer on his record and whatnot. But out of that, we got what's called clear and present danger, which is basically like kind of tells us if you say something that incites violence or is like a call to arms to make people commit violent acts, then that's against the law and whatnot. So a good example for clear and present danger is in Brandenburg versus in Ohio, where basically this guy named Clarence, who's in the KKK, went on a radio show and was talking about going to the Capitol and doing a bunch of crazy stuff. And once again, the government was just like, nah, B. And he got fined $1,000 and sentenced to 1 to 10 years in prison for inciting violence in people. So basically, out of Brandenburg, we got what's called the Brandenburg test, which is essentially just kind of an expansion on a clear and present danger. But essentially, what all this leads to is this is how we define hate speech now, and it goes by the same idea of clear and present danger, which essentially says if your speech incites violence or is a call to arms that could basically end up in violence, that's when it becomes unlawful.